Greetings. So, we determined that during the Civil Rights era, the mid to the late 1960s, we dismissed the word Negro, we dismissed the word color, and now we identify ourselves as black. What does black really mean? For me, it has always meant a connection to the motherland because, it wasn't necessarily saying that our skin is black because we know our skin not black. Our hair is black, our facial hair is black, but there's many different ethnic groups who have facial hair black and their hair is black. I remember growing up, we used to see Haitians and we'll say, no, they're not black, they're from Haiti. They're not black, they're from Cuba. They're not black, they're from Trinidad and Tobago. They're not black, they're from Puerto Rico. This predominantly changed because now we would say Haiti is the first black republic. When it comes to American politics, depending on if you're the opposition, conservatives would say you're not black if your ancestors wasn't in bondage in the U.S. They would say, oh, this person is not black. They didn't go through Jim Crow. Now it kind of reversed because we feel is that if you don't claim that you're black from somewhere else, you don't know who you are. The emperor, Haile Selassie, they asked him, are you a Negro? He said, no, I'm not a Negro. And people back home in the States got mad because he didn't identify as a Negro. But what does that mean? We know that he's an African. So what are we saying? That he's not identifying to European oppression? He's not identifying to the pain that we experience. So it's strange to hear people who say they're black and disconnect from the motherland. And they have many reasons why. Because they were so into slavery. We're going to leave out the fact that hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Africans died trying to end the Atlantic slave trade in Africa. If we leave out that fact and just say that statement is 100% true, that Africans sold Afro-Americans into slavery, and that's why we're mad at Africans. That would be like a newborn baby that was born an addict and blaming the community and the entire nation, country of people for peddling drugs. Another argument, people say they disconnect from the motherland. They was here before the Mayflower. I'm not going to argue against Africans touring or going around the globe thousands and thousands of years ago. I believe Africans did. But two things can be true. You could have been here, but your people came from Africa because you have a first direct link to Africa. I've been to Africa numerous of times, and the ones I hear say this, I've seen plenty of people in Africa who look like them. Often, I hear people say that United States, this is my home. My ancestors worked here. My ancestors died here. So, I don't have nothing to do with the motherland. I am not African. I am black. And why two things can't be true? Why can't United States be our home? Because this is where we have family. This is where we have roots. And the continent, the motherland, every people around the globe have a motherland. These Europeans who are in America, they have fatherlands. Why you think they push democracy so hard? That come from Greece. Why you think they push Greek mythology so hard? That is a civilization in Europe that they have relations to. If you know history, you will know that this earth, we as people, are citizens of the whole globe. We can travel as we please, but we still have a motherland and a fatherland. If you go to Southeast Asia, you see someone of Chinese descent, you're going to say, this one is from China. If you see someone from South Asia of Indian descent, you're going to know this person is from India. And there's going to be no doubt about it. Our distinctions are greater than any other group as African people. If I see someone who I know is a descendant of Africa, I call him Afro. If I see someone who I look like a descendant of Europe, I'll call him a Euro. And that's how I handle it, because the colorism can get real confusing and people use them in different terms. But that's me. Comment and let me know what you think.